Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. My name is John with Hsfl Paranormal. It's good to see everybody. Just waiting on people to now join. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Just gonna wait for a few people to. Oh, just give people a few minutes. Hey, it's your boy Steve or Evie Lover 9000. Hello. Fabio King of Mod, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're at. It is good to see y'all. 5 people now viewing. Thank you so much. Just waiting to get a few more people in here before we get started here with our Saturday morning broadcast. How is everybody today? Okay, yeah, so it's afternoon for a lot of people. I'm doing well, Steve. Hey, Rebecca C, aka the Fam Bam. Hello and welcome. James the Sharpshooter, the Man Fam is here. Hello, yes, smash that like button, everybody. All right, so this morning I will be bringing on my guest. Well, good morning for me at least. It's 11 o'clock here on the West Coast in California. And Haley Fam Jeweler is here. Hello, my friend. It is so good to see you. Let's see here. If anybody doesn't know who Haley Fam Jeweler is, she actually made me this bracelet, and I have my cross over under my shirt. Oh wait, I'm focusing on the wrong camera here. That is my new bracelet made by Haley Fam Jeweler. Hey, look, it's Jenny Merseth. Welcome, my friend. It is so great to see you, my friend. 9 people in now. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Red Kryptonite, what's up, my friend? It is so good to see you. Sherry Ann Phillips, good afternoon, my friend. Alrighty, Lisa. Hey, how are you? Welcome. Alrighty, so I will be bringing on my guest this morning, my special guest, and that is going to be Ghost Mafia here in about 10-15 minutes here. We're going to have one of the most riveting interviews that I have had so far. Let's see, Donnie the Traveler, hello, my friend, and Michelle M, hello. It is so good to see you. I am going to be Donnie. I actually need to make you a mod too, because you come in here a lot, and I trust you as a friend. 15 people now watching. Thank you for joining. Let's see here. So I'm going to be bringing on my guest, Ghost Mafia. We are going to be talking about 4 of his videos, 4 different locations that he had brought. That he went to investigate and check out that were very, very cool. There's a lot of history, so bear with me. Jeanette Moore, Anthony, hello. Joyce Stewart, hello, my friend. It is so great to see you. Welcome. 16 people now here. Yes, are you ready for this? This is going to be awesome. It's going to be one of my most riveting and emotional and probably one of my best interviews that I am going to do so far. It's action-packed with a lot of information and a lot of history. We are going to be talking about the Night of the Living Dead location where they actually filmed the movie. The Night 11 Flight 93 crash site. Did any more people join? Hey, Haunted Paranormal, welcome. Sandra 2, Dimensional Paranormal Investigator. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Yes, I am having a good weekend. Unfortunately, I am working straight through that weekend, but that's all right. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. Alrighty, and we are going to be talking about the Moundsville, West Virginia Indian Burial Mound, and also the West Virginia State Penitentiary. So it is going to be very, very action-packed, and I need to make her a mod as well, because Rebecca is good people. Rebecca, you are now a moderator on my channel, Hsfl Paranormal Live. Let's see here. Alrighty, 18 people watching. Yay. Make sure you smash that like, people. Yes. And if anybody hasn't checked out my other channel, Presence of the Unknown, go check us out. It is an awesome, awesome channel. Happy trails. Yes, 21. No, I'm seeing 22 likes right now and 22 people watching. This is good so far. Thank you so much, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Mystic Angel, Christina, hello. Wow. So many good people here. Jeanette Moore, it is so good to see you, my friend. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Let's see here real quick. I'm just checking the interwebs. Wow. For some odd reason I lost 2 subscribers when I started, but who cares? People be people. Yes, don't forget to smash that like button. Just wanted to try to get to everybody in the chat and say hello. You are all good people here. Yes, go. Looks like Red Kryptonite just sent out a message, I think, somehow. Yes, he has shared on the YouTube Messenger that I am alive right now. Farm Boy, Nation of Domination. Hello, brother. I love how you put "hey, brother," like hey, like a horse hay. If you haven't already, smash that like button, fam. I will be getting started. It is so great to see everybody here. 24 people watching. Wow, this is awesome. Yes, there are commands below. Lisa, hello, my friend. It is so good to see you. I hope everybody liked that joke. It was pretty corny. Yes, subscribe to my paranormal team, Presence of the Unknown. I am also on that channel. I'm a partner in creating that channel. So go check them out. That is my paranormal adventures team where we go explore haunted and abandoned locations. Hey, Nightbot. Yes. Nightbot is now my friend and not my enemy, so that's a good thing. 26 people watching right now. Thank you so much. And wow, 28. Woo! Are we going to break a record today? Are we going to finally hit 40 people watching at one point? That would be awesome. Tweeted out the live stream. Thank you, Rebecca. I do appreciate it, my friend. Awesome. I hope I mentioned everybody's name here. I'm trying to get to everybody this morning. See, subscribe. Yes. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do so by going to that link that Nightbot just posted through James the Sharpshooter, the Man Fam, hitting that command. Let's see. Chad, welcome, my friend. Hello. It is so great to see you. So, yes, I will be bringing on my special guest, Ghost Mafia, this morning to be discussing 4 locations. The filming site of Night of the Living Dead, which is a real cemetery. The crash site of Flight 93 that crashed into a rural Pennsylvania farmland. And that was in September 11th of 2001. That infamous day that we will all remember, those who have gone through it. Joe Walker, hello, my friend. It is so great to see you. I hope you're doing well. She and her husband, Brian Paranormal, hashtag of Nation of Domination, were my last guests, and that was absolutely phenomenal. Am I missing anybody? And we are also going to be talking about the Moundsville, West Virginia Indian Burial Mound. It is a 68-foot tall burial mound that they used to bury. I'm good, Jojo. I'm really good this morning. I'm doing well. 30 people watching. Yay. If I could get 30 smashes on that like button, that would be awesome. I'm getting pumped up. I'm really excited for this interview. And we're also going to be talking about the West Virginia State Penitentiary Cemetery. could you imagine the experiences that go on in that place? I could not imagine going to investigate a state penitentiary cemetery. There must be so much evil and hatred and shadow figures and demonic stuff in that cemetery. So, without further doubt, here I am going to be inviting my guest here real soon. I'm going to be putting his information in right now. I hope everybody is enjoying this live stream. If I'm missing anybody, please say, "Hey, John, notice me," or something like that, and I will. Hey, Lou Rock, what's up, my friend? Yeah, Lou Rock, Ghost Mafia is actually going to be my guest today. DS. All right, Ghost Mafia has now been invited into my panel. Looking forward to seeing him real soon. Whenever you're ready, Ghost Mafia, I will be very excited to bring you on. Clover's Paranormal. Hello, my friend. Clover's Paranormal ITC. Welcome. Hey, welcome, Ghost Mafia.
And we are live.
We are live. Let's see here.
What's going on, John?
Oh, not much. How you doing, sir?
Low groggy still, but it's all good.
What, were you sick or something?
No, I was up all night with Green Bay Wacky.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I had to like cut myself off because I got home at 11 p.m. here on the West Coast, which would have been 2 a.m. on the East Coast from work. So I was like, I need to go to bed. So I did, but I tried to catch as much of Green Bay's live stream as I could.
It got crazy and it got weird.
As it always does when Lunatic Dad is on. Can I get a hell yeah? Just like,
oh, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. Lunatic Dad has such a unique personality. But yes, I cannot wait to talk about these locations. I did take copious amounts of notes on your videos, so bear with me on that. Let's see who else is joining. No. I'm not in the cemetery anymore. I live really close to it though. That haunted cemetery that I went and visited. Brian's Paranormal # Nation of Domination just joined us. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, buddy.
That's my unevil counterpart. See, I'm the evil counterpart. He's the unevil.
So explain to everybody who doesn't know you how you got by talking about the refrigerator thing and that got me in stitches.
Okay, so the refrigerator thing, it just kind of caught on. I was in Aniki's live stream, and she was having some paranormal activity in her apartment, and she was sitting there and she said, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, my refrigerator just opened by itself." And I typed in the chat, I was like, "No, that's just me. I was hungry. Sorry, didn't mean to freak you out." And it just kind of escalated from there.
Oh God. So how did you get to the name Ghost Mafia?
Well, actually, I have founded 4 different paranormal groups in this area, and they're all still in existence today.
Wow.
And we were doing an investigation at a place called 1699 Belmont Street.
Mm-hmm.
I'd actually taken my wife there. We did an overnight there for our anniversary, and we met up with a few people there that we didn't know, and we kind of got together and formed a group, and we was all sitting around, And I said, why don't we just call ourselves the Ghost Mafia?
Heck yeah.
And it just kind of stuck from there. And, you know, now all the people that was in the group, other than me and my wife, have moved out to California. And Frank, the co-founder of the group, he's actually wanting to start up a Ghost Mafia California. So it might be something.
Are you in California right now?
No, I'm not. My buddy Frank is. The co-founder.
Okay. I'm out here in the Central Coast of California. Before that I was living in Wilmington, North Carolina. But yeah, that would be awesome. Where are they gonna be? Where is he located?
Currently, I'm not sure. Someplace, I want to say somewhere north of San Francisco. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. He's north of the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So anybody who doesn't know Ghost Mafia, we are going to be discussing about some of the locations he has been on. Where are you located, Ghost Mafia?
I am actually right on the Ohio River.
Oh, okay.
The Ohio River separates like West Virginia and Ohio. And I live in the same town that they filmed the movie Unstoppable.
Oh, okay.
The one with the runaway train. So I actually live in Bel Air, Ohio, on the Ohio River.
This isn't where I parked my car. Very creative username. Hello and welcome, Deborah the Fam, Kelly Reynolds, Heart of Comedy. Welcome.
There's Deborah the Fam. She's a MF rock star. I'm telling you what, she was like one of the first people that I ever interacted with on YouTube, and I've been a faithful follower ever since.
She is such a nice person. Let's see, Paranormal White Noise. Hello, my friend. Welcome. God, there's a lot of good people. Wow, I'm almost about to break my streaming record right now. 36 viewers. That is awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I love to see this channel getting bigger and bigger each time I do these live streams. This is so neat. Gemma Autism at its finest grace. Hello, my friend. It is so great to see you. Yes, if you can, smash that like button. If it's not for me, it's for Ghost Mafia, my awesome guest. And I just am so excited to have everybody here. This is just amazing. So I want to get to this first video that I watched, and it was awesome too. The Night of the Living Dead exploration, and that, to my knowledge, that's where they had filmed the movie.
Yeah, that's where they filmed the opening scenes of the movie.
Wow.
In the actual cemetery. So I actually went up there. I hunted down the actual tombstones that were in the opening scene. Got the same camera angles and everything. It was really cool. I filmed it in black and white. It was really neat. And this is the 50th anniversary of that movie.
Wow.
So there's going to be a big festival there this year, not at the cemetery, but in the town where the cemetery is.
And if anybody didn't know, that movie, the original Night of the Living Dead, was filmed in 1968. That is crazy. How, I remember watching that movie with my grandparents. That's like one of their favorite horror movies. And my grandma used to tell me, she's like, that movie was horrifying back in the 60s. I was like, because to me, it's cheesy. And so are the newer versions. Like, it hasn't gotten much better.
It's definitely cheesy. It's definitely like B-movie schlock now, but it's a cult classic.
But it was very scary. According to my grandparents, my grandpa was born in the 40s, and my grandma was born just before the 50s. And so they said that movie was really, really something else when it had come out. Kyoko Rock Fams, hello, my friend. Kyoko Rock Fams is an awesome, awesome person.
Oh, yeah.
She is a great supporter of just about everybody in the community. So what is the age roughly on that cemetery?
You know, I couldn't even begin to tell you. I know it's got to be over 50 years old.
Yeah, exactly. It's because it looked like very similar kind of what the cemetery here looked like, somewhere in like the early 1890s or something, where it looked like that kind of age on some of the gravestones, just by like the wear and tear and some of the lettering that I was looking at on the gravestones. It just
Well,
looked.
we actually there's another video too. We actually went to the cemetery where they did the remake for Night of the Living Dead,
Oh,
which
cool.
is a different time.
You there, Ghost?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm here.
okay. There was like a small little glitch or something.
Yeah, we're having like torrential downpours and stuff in our area. We're under flood
Oh, really?
warnings and stuff today,
Oh, wow.
like 8 inches of rain. It's remnants of that hurricane that came up out of the south.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, supposedly here soon, where I was living in southeastern North Carolina, they might be expecting a Category 4 or higher hurricane to hit that area. I've been really keeping tabs because I have a lot of friends in that area. South, it's going to be in between South and North Carolina by the last time I looked. Let me see what the current forecast is, so I'm not scaring nobody, because the forecast changes from day to day and can actually change within 24 hours. So now they have it just hanging off of the North Carolina coast as a very, very strong hurricane.
Yeah, see, I've been monitoring the radar all morning on my phone, and it's like just a lot of rain coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Downloads of rain.
Yeah, like I missed the East Coast, and I've the farthest I've ever lived was Kansas City, Missouri. That I remember we used to get some pretty gnarly storms there. But I remember living in North Carolina not too long ago, and it was like a rainforest every day. It would. I think this year they've already gotten 64 inches of rain, which is absolutely mind blowing. Because I live in California, and we haven't even seen 10. Actually, I don't think we've even seen 5 inches of rain. It's that bad right now. Wow. I am 4 away viewer wise from hitting. I'm 3 away now viewer wise from hitting my record, which is 40 viewers. That is awesome. Let's see.
Tweet this out in the chat. Tweet this stream out and put it in your Google Hangouts. All your friends, get them all over here.
Let's see how close to 100 likes we could get by the end of this stream. That would be awesome, because like my last one, I think ended up at like 91 likes, and I think we could possibly get to there or over that by the end of the stream. So far, everything is going smoothly. 40 likes already in the first 23 minutes of this show. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody, for that. That is just so neat. So that is crazy that they actually had filmed that they actually filmed that movie in that cemetery that you visited. Was there anything strange that you experienced when you were filming there? Did you feel any energies or anything like that while you were actually in that cemetery?
No, it was kind of I don't want to say it was kind of. I guess which there was some storms coming in at the end of the day, and you could feel the change in the air, but nothing really paranormal that really struck me at that time or anything like that. It's quite peaceful, actually.
Nice. Well, that's a good thing. And Lou Rock said he just thumbs down. Thank you, buddy. I really could count on you. Irish Whiskey 77. Hello, my friend, and welcome. It is so good to see you. If I haven't noticed your name, I see Brooklyn Babe just joined. Thank you so much. That is so neat. I don't think I've ever seen Brooklyn Babe on here before. That's really cool. Avis Gaming Channel that just joined. Anybody else that I haven't mentioned? Humaniki, welcome. Alrighty, I think that's just about everybody. Wow, almost I'm at 45 likes already. Jeez. Oh my god, I'm one away now from my record stream record. I'm at 39. I'm tied right now. 40. There we go. Thank you so much everybody. That is so neat. 40 people watching. I'll remember this day. Um so I saw in that video, I think it was at the 5-minute mark roughly. I have it annotated here as 5:07, but it was right around the 5-minute mark. There was like a large dark colored obelisk that was like it was a gravestone of some type, but it looked really cool. Did you have any history on that, or because that was like one of the coolest things
the large one inside the trees?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's actually not it's not a grave marker. It was a memorial for
wow.
It was a veterans memorial.
Oh, cool.
What that was.
That is so neat. Because that piece was just beautiful. Jen M, welcome. It is so good to see you. Wow, I can't believe 40 people watching. Thank you for taking your time out of your day, people, and coming by to stop by and say hello. 41, it just keeps going up. Happy Lux, it is so good to see you. Good evening, my friend. Ghost ITC is here. Hello, you changed your username to something really unique. You have made like the lettering all cool. That is awesome. 41 now.
I like how that looks, but I would imagine people searching for your channel have to type that in like that.
Yeah.
It would be very complicated.
Very. I think you can like now copy and paste people's I think you can like copy and paste it. I don't know if this will work, but I'll give it one heck of a shot. Oh, it worked. Cool. All right. That'll do it. But yeah, so around the 6-minute mark, as the video progressed, I kept. You said you were hearing a weird sound. Do you remember recalling that?
Yeah, there was something. I think there was a farm or something next door to the cemetery down the road where they were working on a tractor or something, and there was like pounding and banging going on, and I was just trying to freak Lady Swan out a little bit.
Right.
That's why I kept going. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
You don't think it was anything unnatural? You think it was explainable?
No, it was definitely explainable, I'm sure.
Okay. Around the 7-minute mark of that video, you actually found one of the gravestones where the lady was leaning against during the movie. That was really cool because you like actually showed like the clip where she was leaning on that specific stone. I found that to be really interesting.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do that to give some validity to where I was. You know, anybody could go out from the actual movie clip and then present your shot. You know, it's irrefutable. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Look who just joined us. Pusa Studios. Pusa is an awesome channel. If you have not subscribed to Pusa Studios, please go ahead and do so. They are the nicest people on the planet, a huge supporter of HSFL Paranormal, and also a supporter of just about everybody.
He's an awesome guitarist too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
Oh, you got to go watch Green Bay's couple of his streams where Pusa was on there and playing the guitar. That man is like
nice.
He can sit in for you know, major musicians in bands anytime he wanted to, I'm sure.
Dang, that is awesome. Yeah, if anybody didn't know what HSFL stands for, it stands for Helping Spirits Find the Light Paranormal. And I did it on purpose. It wasn't like some kind of typo. I totally did it on purpose. Hey, J and C Fishing Channel, because I love my fishing and outdoors channels. I network with them too. It kind of weird. It kind of looks weird when a paranormal channel is scoping out outdoor and fishing channels, but I'm an avid fisher, hunter. I mean, I do it to put food on the table. Like when I lived in North Carolina, I don't do it as much here out in California. But when I lived out east, I used to go hunting every season because me and my dad grew up hunting, and that was just what we did. I hope that didn't offend anybody, and if it does, then this isn't the channel for you. No, I'm just playing. Official TNT UK, hello, my friend, and welcome to the channel. It is so great to see you. I was just totally playing with everybody. I don't want to offend anybody. I am a gun and hobby enthusiast. I love fishing as well. I try to get into a lot of things. I'm kind of a supporter of just about everybody. Let's see. MG Toe Warrior. Hello, my friend, and welcome. Thank you for joining the channel. If you haven't subscribed to HSFL Paranormal or Ghost ITC, Ghost ITC's link is in the description. You can go to his channel and subscribe to him. He is at 1,500 subscribers, which is incredible. That is, I mean, that's awesome. I hope to get to that one point.
Ghost ITC is?
You are, yeah.
Oh no, I'm Ghost Mafia.
I mean Ghost Mafia. My bad. I meant Ghost Mafia. You're at 1,500 subscribers. That is awesome.
I'm like 20 away from 1,600 actually.
Jeez. Yeah. So if there's 20 people here who haven't subscribed to him yet, go subscribe. Get him to 1,600. I just hit 50 likes already in this stream in the first 30 minutes. If we can get by the end of the show closer to 100, I think we can do it. Let's see here. So that pretty much concludes the my notes on the Night of the Living Dead. What an awesome location. If you haven't checked that video, I did tweet them out, so you can go through my Twitter account and click on that link for that video. It is super, super cool. Now comes the day that will live.
Videos that I did that you know, I wasn't setting out to be paranormal. I just wanted to go and put some different style content on there, and I was looking up locations in my area, and that came up online. I said, I got to go check that out. And so we went and checked it out, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to film it all in black and white, just like the original movie, just kind of to pay homage to George Romero and Rosso and all them guys. And so that's what I did. I did the road going up in at the beginning, just like they did in the actual movie. And
please, nobody in the chat, please don't self-promote yourself. Like, I will have people pull down your self-promotions. If you want to private message me, you can do so on Twitter and let me know that you're going to go live, but do not put it in my comment description or in my live streams that you are going live at some point. If you want me to watch your video, I will do so. Just private message me on Twitter or Facebook. You can go on, and there's my links. James just posted them, the Sharpshooter, the Man Fam. If you want to go to and private message me that you're going to go live later today, and you want me to see it, then you can click that link and private message me and let me know. So with that, I would like to try to get to talking about Flight 93. And if anybody wasn't alive during September 11th, 2001, I can remember exactly where I was, what time it was, and that was one of the saddest days I could remember. And I wasn't that old back then. I was only 8 years old when September 11th happened, but it is such a day that is ripped into my memory that, I think it's ripped into almost every American's memory who was alive during that time.
Yeah, that was an emotional kind of. I mean, you go through that place, and it was really, you could feel the sorrow and the dread in the air there. And like I said, that was actually shot the same day, or no, that one wasn't shot the same day. Um, I forget where else we went that day. We filmed two locations that day, but the Flight 93 National Memorial is. I mean, it literally is a sombering reminder of what happened that day. And like you said, everybody knows where they were that morning that all that went down. And in fact, on Tuesday, I am doing a panel. We're going to have Green Bay Wacky, Lunatic Dad, Cab 7, Fireman CV, JoJo and Brian, myself, and maybe a few others that we bring up out of the chat to share their stories of where they were the morning of September 11th. We're going to do that Tuesday, which is the anniversary of September 11th. And that'll be at 8 o'clock at night. So we're going to be doing a special instead of our regular Takeover Tuesday that we do over on JoJo's channel. We're going to be doing a special on my channel that night.
Awesome. If so, everybody, that night, September 11th, which is only just a few days away. So that's only 3 days away. If you want to go check that out, go to Ghost Mafia's channel and watch this 9/11 memorial. I remember where I was during September 11th, and I was actually at my grandparents' house. They invited my mom and me and my sister at the time to come over for breakfast early. We were really little. I mean, not really little. We were 8 years old and 9 years old, me and my sister. And we went over because my grandma was making, I think it was cinnamon rolls. I think that's what it was. She is an amazing cook, by the way. My heart and soul go out to my grandmother's cooking. But she was making us breakfast and wanted to invite us over because we only lived a few blocks away at that time from where my grandparents lived. And I remember they flipped on the news, and all of a sudden, every channel had the planes flying into the Twin Towers. And I was going, why are those planes flying into those buildings? That's not normal. And then as it progressed,
like I woke up that morning, the first one had already hit, the second one hadn't hit yet. And you know, my uncle had called me up and said, "Hey, you watching TV, turn it on, something's going on." And they're telling about the first plane hitting. Well, I don't know if you remember, but just a couple months earlier, somebody had flown a Cessna into the Sears Tower and committed suicide.
right.
And, you know, that's kind of what I was thinking, you know, well, is this another suicide thing? Because, you know, this is getting to be commonplace. And then about that time, the second plane hit, and we knew then
that this was not normal.
It wasn't an isolated incident.
And we had never had a jihadist terrorist attack in the United States to that. Well, actually, that's not true. We had the 93 bombings in the Twin Towers. That was the first thing, but that kind of went unnoticed for a few years until 9/11 hit. And that's when it all that information came out about bin Laden and all that information. And I just couldn't imagine. And so if anybody doesn't know what happened with Flight 93, the first plane hit the Twin Towers, the first two planes. Then the third plane hit the Pentagon, correct?
Yeah.
And then the fourth plane ran into the ground because some heroic people decided to overtake the jihadist terrorists that were trying to bring the plane right into the White House, if my information is correct. They were trying to fly it right into the White House and kill everybody in D.C., which would have been God knows what would have happened if that occurred. But they decided to try to overtake him, but ran out of options, and they decided to plunge it into the ground in rural Pennsylvania. And I think it was 45 people were lost on that Boeing 747, if I'm not correct.
The wreckage from the plane spanned over a mile.
Wow.
That's how fast the plane was traveling when it hit the ground. And where the plane came to rest, there's a large black boulder that they've set where the plane came to rest at. And there's just a mile-long debris field.
I couldn't imagine being those people on that airplane, because that airplane was actually headed for San Francisco originally when all that stuff hit the fan. And man, it's just such an emotional thing to think about. How many people lost their lives on that infamous day?
And that's what it was like when you're actually at the memorial and you're walking around, and there's literally hundreds of people there every day that go to visit the place, and you can just feel the emotion coming off the people walking around you.
Oh, I know. And I could only imagine, because I wasn't living on the East Coast at that time. I was living on the West Coast when that had happened, because I was born in Texas, but my whole family has had ranch land in California for decades. We are living in Southern California in Irvine, Tussin Ranch area, which is a pretty prominent area of Southern California. So back to Flight 93. Just wanted to go over some key points. So there was 38 passengers, 5 flight attendants, and 2 pilots who perished on that day. And I couldn't imagine. I believe the pilots were killed far before the planes crashed, correct?
I'm not sure of that one. They were definitely incapacitated at some point.
Yeah.
And the terrorists took over the plane. But I don't know if they were actually killed before the plane hit the ground or
knocked on,
mortally wounded.
Yeah. You can actually see the crater from the impact site from what I was looking at your video.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just insane. About 4 years before the attack, I went to the Twin Towers on a UN trip. Wow, Mystic Angel, that is crazy. I would have loved to see those buildings in person. I bet they were just so amazing and immaculate. And I mean, they looked like well-built buildings. Like, it doesn't look like a building that would normally implode on itself and crash. You know, it doesn't look like a building that would go down so easily.
Right.
And not only the 9/11 built, not only the Twin Towers fell, but Building 7 actually fell, which was another part of the Twin Towers complex. Another building collapsed there, and there was structural damage on almost every building in that area.
I know they were still finding body parts on rooftops even a year after the fact.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it was crazy. I forgot to pull up the statistics, but I really don't want to get into all of what happened with all. I mean, I don't want to get into all the gory details of what happened on this show, but it is immensely sad what happened on that day. People were desperately trying to get fresh air out of those buildings before they collapsed, and people in the Pentagon, a lot of families lost, a lot of good people in our government. So back to the notes. Did you feel any like spiritual energy from that location?
You know, there's so much. I mean, in that location, it's almost overwhelming.
Oh, I'm sure.
Literally, it is, because you feel the emotion coming off the people around you. You can feel the sadness and dread in the air. It's I mean, when you walk over and you see where people has come and put wreaths down in the designated wreath area and things like that. And, you know, there's one portion where you go in and you can literally sign a card and post it on the wall. And you feel it all, man. It's literally overwhelming. There's so much emotion there.
I could only imagine the emotion of not only the people who come and visit and the people who had family members that had gone through that situation, but also like I couldn't imagine. Wow, I've already hit 120 or sorry 150 views within the first hour on this video. Thank you guys so much for showing so much love and respect for me and my guest, Ghost Mafia. It's 56 likes already, and it's not even the first hour. Thank you so much. Love and care about everybody here. Look, I have some new names in here that I want to mention. Alicia Parrish, the Rock Fam. Hello, my friend.
Hey,
What the Paranormal is here. Jam House has now joined. Sherry V. So many great supporters. Paul Asperger Vlogs. Awesome. Thank you so much. He said, Paul's vlog said, I'll be doing a 2-day ghost hunt live. Paul, that's awesome, but no self-promotion, please, on my channel. I do appreciate everybody coming here. Just if you want to tell me that you're going to go live at some point, please let me know on Facebook or Twitter, and I will definitely be there to catch that. I just ask that people do not self-promote their channels on my YouTube stream. Yes, if you are new, please smash that like button. We are almost at 60 likes right now at this point. That is just absolutely incredible. Looks like Angel Muniz, hashtag Nation of Domination, has now joined us. If you haven't subscribed to my channel or Ghost Mafia's channel, please go and subscribe to both of us. And I can say that the dreaded S word, which has no real pertinence, because why would they create the subscribe button and not let us say that? So just putting it out there. Spiritual Journey Enlightenment. Hello, my friend, and welcome to the channel. Let's see. Sub to you both. Okay. Gil's just subbed to us both. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Just trying to pull up the information. So the crash happened from what I was researching at 10:06 a.m., which is just, I mean, that's really early. That's somewhat early in the morning when people are still waking up, and then like the surrounding town, the people in the town must have heard that horrific scream of the engines roaring prior to the crash, because the 747 is not a small plane. That is a large commercial plane.
Airliner, yeah. And it's a really small town.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't even think they have a McDonald's there. It's
Jeez.
literally way out in the country and in kind of like the middle of nowhere. So it's all farmland around that area right there. And I mean, it, to the guy, to the heroes that brought that plane down, they couldn't have picked a better place, because it didn't, there was no damage to the community. There was no loss of life in the community, just the plane.
That's a miracle right there, all on its own.
If they would have went, 60 miles north, they'd have been bringing the plane down in downtown Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
Like, could you imagine if that plane had actually crashed into a major city like DC or Pittsburgh? I mean, I couldn't even think of the repercussions of what that would be like. I mean, it did crash into New York City, into the Twin Towers, and look at the damage that had, that impact. So, I mean, that is just absolutely, I couldn't imagine being in those areas when that had happened. Like, people are still living with the repercussions to this day. I mean, there's firefighters that are still dying of cancer. from the Twin Towers, from rescuing people, the great heroes of this country who stepped out in a time of need and went in and risked their own lives and sacrificed themselves to drag people out of that place. They often got stuck. They burned to death when the towers collapsed. Like, by the grace of God, there was those few firefighters who made it out of the rubble. And if you haven't seen that Nicolas Cage movie, I mean, it probably doesn't even do the justice of what it was actually like.
Yeah, is for them firefighters that were going in there, 443 of them died, and to go into that burning building, that burning high rise, and have it collapse around you, it's got to be like hell on earth.
Oh, absolutely. And I just can't believe that a group of people from a foreign country had that evil enough of an animosity to do something like that to our country, to do something like that to harm other people for their own gratification and false beliefs. Like, that just blew my mind. That they actually thought that they were going to be saved by their religious aspect for doing such a heinous act. I mean,
well, that's what I tell my son, and I tell him, I say, you have to pay attention in school, especially like your history, your social studies, things like that. I said, because when I was your age, I used to ask, well, what's 400-year-old Muslim religion have to do with me?
Right.
And then 9/11 happened, and I found out. And I can't emphasize enough that these kids should stay in school and learn their history, because if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just look at what happened in Hitler's Germany. He repeated the same thing that happened during Kaiser Wilhelm I and invaded Russia and the Allied powers on two fronts, just like them. And he didn't learn the lesson of what happened in World War I, and it repeated itself. I mean, and Germany collapsed once again. And I mean, it happens time again. I mean, look at Rome, look at England, like all these major empires collapsed because they did not do their research or their homework. And if you haven't seen the movie Patton, the story about General Patton, it's an old movie, and he explains that whole situation very well when he's having this one-on-one talk with one of his, like, I think it's like one of his army, one of these young men that he was talking to about like different wars and stuff, and he was like, history's doomed to repeat itself. And that's, every time I think of that, it brings me to that movie, that one scene. So we already talked about the large debris field on Flight 93. It was immense, and they actually have markers of the exact line and path of that the airplane landed, like flew over before it crashed into the field. Correct?
They have it's a black granite walkway that they've laid down in the actual flight path where it came down.
Wow!
And you walk down that granite walkway to an overlook where you can see down into the field, the crater, the rock where the thing came to rest, the debris field, and then you come back up the walkway again, back the direction you just came from, to go into the actual memorial. And when you're in the memorial, of course, they have all the pictures of everybody that was on the plane that died, and what was going on that morning, and the timeline. They have a display where you go in there and you pick up, like, it's literally an airphone like you'd see on an airplane, and you pick it up and you listen, and you're hearing the 911 calls from the passengers on the plane that was trying to get out and call for help from the plane that day.
Wow.
You hear it.
I'm trying to read her username. May Labata, welcome. Hello. Thanks for joining my stream. I believe in ghosts. Hello, my friend. It is so great to see everybody. So we are just coming up on the first hour, and we already have 60 likes. That is actually 61 likes now. Thank you so much, everybody. That is awesome. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. We have already gotten 160 views on this video in the first hour, which is just absolutely incredible. I think this is actually my biggest live stream yet. And now I was beating myself up, but Ghost can contest to this because nobody was coming in. Like, nobody came in until I actually went live. And so I was like hoping to talk to some people like prior to the live stream. Gosh, Lou Rock, thank you for the thumbs down, my friend. He's all nope. He's like, nope. I put nope 60, and now it's 61 likes. Wow, awesome. Thank you so much. Sorry, Panic D, our Haunted Adventures is going to actually be my next week's guest. So that's going to be an awesome while we talk about Lizzie Borden and some of the videos that they have done. Latina Abroad, hello, my friend. I can't believe like it's holding on to 40 viewers like pretty regularly right now. That is so neat. Wow, 63 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. That is so awesome. So they have a museum there. I from what I was looking at, that had real newsreels of the incidences playing there, and also full of artifacts and parts of the airplane and different things from the crash site.
Yeah, they're also at the entrance to the actual complex where you turn back the road to go into the, well, I guess it's a national park now. Mm-hmm. Where the memorial is. They are building a tower, and the tower, it will have like 45 chimes in it. One chime for each individual who died on the plane.
Wow.
And every hour on the hour, those chimes will chime. One different tone for every single person that died on the plane.
Jeez.
They're still building.
That is absolutely incredible. Brian Knight, welcome to the channel. If anybody is kind of like lurking in the background there, come forth and say hi. Southland Paranormal, hello, my friend. It is so great to see you. Welcome. Let's see. Jen M, welcome to the chat. It is so great to see you as well. Let's see here. Anybody else I miss? I hope not. See. So...
Yeah. When I talked to the parks guy that was there, he said that they were going to try to have all the chimes in before this September 11th, but they were being made in China or someplace like that. The bells were being made in China or something, and they had to ship from overseas, and they didn't think that they would be in by September 11th to do the ribbon cutting at that memorial for September 11th.
Wow. So you actually took some of my last things that I had made bullet points on about the chimes and stuff like that. But that's perfectly fine. I was getting there anyway. So, yeah, there was so many innocent lives lost on September 11th. Some that will never, ever, ever be forgotten. And to me, that was our modern day Pearl Harbor, if not worse than what actually happened during Pearl Harbor, because many of us here never went through Pearl Harbor, but most of us went through 9/11, and they're both days. December 7th, 1941 was Pearl Harbor. September 11th, 2001 was 9/11, and those are days that will both ring in the hearts, minds, and souls of every American, and not only America, because this terrorist attacks didn't just happen here in the United States. It has now happened in many European countries, many African countries. And it just is so sad every time I turn on the news and it's like Belgium just got attacked. France just got attacked. I have friends from Syria who are like, we love our country, but we cannot return because of the ISIS strongholds. And it used to be a beautiful country, and now it's this war torn shadow of what it used to be kind of place, which is really sad because, like, the Middle East historically was like a huge part of Europe and Asia's trade route, known as the Silk Road. And like it was, I mean, it's the birthplace of mathematics. It's the birthplace of a lot of things that came from highly intelligent people, and they helped spread that knowledge around to everybody all over the world. Like, the Muslim people are just, I have a lot of Muslim friends, and they're very, very good people. There is unfortunately extremist groups, and not just only in Muslim culture, but it's also in every culture. There is there's a religious fanatic sect in almost every religion or borderline cult. Um,
I think one thing we can totally agree on is that while the events of September 11th were tragic and unnecessary, um, that being said, it happened and it united this country for the next 10 years in a way that, pride was reinstated in America for the next 10 years at least. I mean,
oh,
the day
absolutely.
after September 11th, everybody was just, we were pissed.
Oh yeah,
We
absolutely.
were all pissed. I can remember there being $1 million bounties on bin Laden's head and people wanting to jump in boats and go after him themselves. And he just, all these different stories, and every newspaper was printing an American flag, and everybody would cut that flag out of the newspaper and hang it in their screen door on their house. And everywhere you looked, you seen an American flag
Oh,
everywhere.
and now you hardly see the American flag anywhere, which kind of breaks my heart. And you see these people who are like, the American flag offends me. And that actually offends me by them being offended by having our country's flag, and that not wanting to have that on people's property. That breaks my heart because
Amen.
I'm a patriotic person. I love this country, hand over fist. I would do anything for this country. Unfortunately, right before I was able to join the military, I was involved in a really bad drunk driving, and I had 3 fractures in my spinal cord, and I wasn't allowed to join. But I would have definitely have sacrificed my life for my country. That would have been my honor. My dad, my grandfather, my uncles, they were all in the military. I've had almost a man in every, I've actually had somebody in every war in American history. Uh, I've had a male figure in every American war since this country was founded. Revolutionary War, we have journals from the Civil War of both sides of the North and the South. Museums constantly call my family to try to get those, but their family their family things. We don't let them go. We have them in a glass case in our house, and we occasionally read them. But it is an amazing testament to look through the eyes of somebody else and what they experienced.
My hat goes off to all the veterans out there everywhere. If it wasn't for
Absolutely.
you guys, we wouldn't have the freedoms and privileges that we have today.
Oh,
And it's
absolutely.
all because, you know, veterans have laid down their lives to keep us free.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. My heart and prayer and soul goes out to the people who are in the military. My dad just finished 30 years in the Marine Corps, and he just finally settled down in Georgia after all his time. And then guess where he got a job? Right back with the Marine Corps. Like, he'll never leave. To the day he dies, he is going to work for the Marine Corps the rest of his life. That's what he does as his duty. And it just makes me so proud to call him my dad because he is just such an amazing person.
No, I have to clarify too. When I say veterans, I'm not only talking about the armed forces. I'm talking about the first responders,
Oh,
firefighters,
absolutely.
police, ambulance. You know, all them guys, the volunteers, the people that do not get paid to go out and rush into burning buildings and things like that to save others' lives. The people that do it because it has to be done. And I say that because I'm a 10-year retired firefighter myself. So
Oh, absolutely. And thank you for your service as a firefighter. I was actually the most service I've ever done in that kind of field. I was actually a photographer for Cal Fire for our local newspaper. I used to go to the front lines and go film the fires for them, for the news. And, you know, watching those guys get injured, watching those guys get poison oak in their lungs because they're trying to stop it from burning somebody's house. Um, Watching those guys get wheeled out on gurneys into an ambulance, and watching the camaraderie of those men joining together to fight something because it's endangering their community, like that is just admirable.
yeah, I was rapid intervention. I would go in when the firefighters got in trouble and get the
Yeah.
firefighters out. I also did mine rescue. We got a lot of coal mines around this area, so you know, RIT team was always first responder for mine rescue. Um, so yeah,
If you were a
there's
veteran
a lot of
or a
training
first
involved.
responder, anybody in the chat, please put your name below so I can thank you for your efforts. It looks like Anthony was a 11-year volunteer responder. Thank you so much for your 11-year volunteer himself in the fire department. Thank you so much for your service as a firefighter. Um, I'm trying to see anybody else's chats here. Draco's dad said he lost his dad and uncle from the wars. Well, my heart goes out to you. My hearts and prayers go out to you and your family. Um, Mystic Angel Christina said, my dad has had health issues from his service in the Air Force. So many of our service members come back with such bad health problems, especially our veterans who are overseas fighting for American rights and our freedoms. And that's what makes our country great. But my heart and prayer go out to those families. My dad has stage 3 emphysema and COPD from being in Afghanistan and Iraq, where he was on his last tour. They were literally burning stuff on the base, and he can't disclose to me what they were burning because of security reasons. And he ended up contracting some lung infections. And so it's really hard to watch him sound like he is huffing and puffing all the time because he's a he's a veteran and he used to be so athletic and all this stuff, and it really affects him. And also the psychological problems that our first responders and our veterans go through, like I couldn't imagine what they've seen. um Funko Nerd Stark said his grandfather recently passed after he served for our country for over 40 years. Thank you so much to your grandfather, and rest in peace. Your grandfather has my utmost respect. Like, that is so amazing. Mr. Ed said he was a first responder for 5 years in the coal mines in southern Illinois. Wow,
I seen that. Yep.
that is incredible. Humaniki said his dad was in Vietnam and his brother was in the military as well. Thank you for their service. Like, that is just amazing. And thank you to anybody else who was in the service. It is just so great to uh, have the chance to thank them for what they've done for our country and keeping America safe. Ghost Findings TV, I believe that is a sub channel from PSPR, Paranormal Pursuit, and Panic D, to my knowledge. Welcome, my friends. Hope you are well as well. We just hit 71 likes. That is awesome.
We're only about halfway through.
Yeah, we are only halfway through. So let's get on to this next topic. And if I missed anybody in the chat, hello, Hell's House. It is so good to see you. If you haven't subscribed to me or Ghost, his link is in the description below. Go subscribe to his channel. He is only probably, what, 20 away, you said, from 1,600. So go support his channel. Yeah, so it's probably less now since this live stream began.
And also, guys, don't forget Tuesday night we're going to be doing a September 11th special where we're going to have some big YouTubers up on the panel telling their stories, where they were and how they remember and all that, and some discussion about September 11th, 2001. If you guys want to tune in, the more the merrier.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. The more the merrier. I'll definitely try to be there for sure. That's actually my day off. So count me in. I'll definitely be there. So let's talk about this next location, the Moundsville, West Virginia Indian Burial Ground. Explain to me your experience there and what it was like at that location, because it looks so cool. There was like a bunch of stuff that looked like there was like Ice Age animals that they had pulled out at one point. I don't know if they were from that area or nearby.
Well,
there was like skulls and fossilized remains.
To give a little background on it, the whole town of Moundsville, West Virginia, is sitting on top of an Indian burial ground. Wow. That just happens to be the mound in the center of the town, and that's basically, when those Indians were building that mound, that would have been the royalty. That would have been the tribe leaders that would have been buried in that mound. They have found remains all over the town. The whole town was a burial ground.
Wow.
And
so I can imagine like the hauntings that go on in that town. Like I bet that place has some crazy spiritual energy.
Here's the crazy thing. That next video about the West Virginia State Penitentiary.
Yes, and
is literally less than 500 feet from the mound. It's literally right across the street.
Yeah, and I saw that. That mound is huge too, and I believe you said it was the sign said 68 feet tall.
Yeah, actually, at one time before they realized that it was an Indian burial mound, there used to be a house on top of the mound.
Are you
back
kidding
in the late 1800s?
I wouldn't be able to sleep there.
Yeah, there was a house on top of that mound. They actually had like an elevator that went down and a tunnel that came out through the front of the mound where they could get their groceries up and all that stuff. They had like a dumbwaiter system going down through the mound, and evidently they had found bones or something when they built that house and just kind of buried them, because around here you dig into it. There's Indian burial mounds all over this area, and there's ones that haven't even been found yet, but they're literally all over the place.
Michigander man just joined us. It's good to see you.
Hey, Rob.
How you doing?
But yeah, there's mounds all over this area, and the old wives' tales are. I can remember my grandfather saying that he had found one, and him and one of his buddies, and this was when he like preteen years, and they had found Indian remains and things like that, and they'd taken it out and removed pieces and then got scared and went and put them back because they thought they was going to be cursed and things like that. So it's kind of like the stories around that revolve around the mounds in this area. It's like you don't remove Indian artifacts from a burial mound because bad things will happen.
Yeah, if you want a sheer chance of having something really negative or a negative or demonic spirit, go dig up an Indian burial ground. If you haven't seen Pet Cemetery, like that's a pretty good indication of what not to do. Like you don't put things or take things out of an Indian burial ground. That's like bad juju right there. But
that's worse than playing with Ouija board.
Yeah, exactly. And spot on there. That is worse than playing with the Ouija board or spirit box or doing the sister challenges some of those YouTubers like to play. I don't know. I'm skeptical on those games that they create. Um I don't know if they have any uh real thing about it that you can get conjured. But I don't play with things that you can possibly conjure up a demon either. So because I'm not that kind of person and I'm not gonna try to conjure a demon for views. So let's not do that because eventually something will happen to you and then you're gonna be wishing that you had God on your side when it happens. Um so with that, so there is a museum there. That they have like a museum there with like different artifacts as well, different hieroglyphics, stuff from. It looked like they had some like woolly mammoth type stuff in there, or elephant tusks. I'm not sure what it was, but they also had some crafting materials from the Native Americans, like arrowheads and other things, and it looked like a very cool place.
Literally, I could switch cameras right now, go onto my phone, and if it wasn't raining, the creek wasn't up. I could go out there in the creek behind the house and find you an arrowhead on camera.
Wow,
Right.
that would be awesome. Maybe that's going to be another live stream.
I may have to do a video of that. I mean, literally, I can go out to the creek behind my house and find arrowheads.
That is
They're
so cool.
You can find them everywhere around here.
Jenny said, I experience enough stuff. I never play with the evil stuff like Ouija boards and that kind. Yeah, you don't want to play with that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, I have a faith in God.
But the Indian Burial Mound is someplace that I've been going since, like, I used to live in Michigan. I'd come down here in the summer times with my grandparents, and that was always one of the places that most interested me in the area. That was one of the first places I learned about, and I can remember my grandparents taking me in there to the museum and going through it. I've seen the museum change over the years, and the thing, like, they added to it, more things that they found at dig sites and things around the area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, with me in my head, I can remember it just being a little tiny museum with some arrowheads and stuff like that, and it's grown into this larger complex where they actually have an archaeological department on the building where they go out to different areas, do archaeological digs, bring the stuff back there, process it, clean it, and then add to the museum. So it's really neat to see that part of it too, because that's one of the areas that you don't normally see.
So we are at 78 likes so far in this video, and we are just about halfway done with this. If we could try to get that up to 100 or close to, that would be incredible. We are getting so close to that mark. 23 people, 23 people still watching live. Thank you, everybody. That is awesome.
Retweet the stream.
Yeah, retweet the stream. If you're not following, hey, look, Nero Trigger just joined. Hey, Nero Trigger, welcome.
Oh, look who just woke up. Yeah. Nero Trigger. Ah, brother.
Yes, I actually
always late to the party.
Very, very awesome. Well, welcome. Good morning or afternoon to you, Nero Trigger. I was actually helping him.
He's sitting there. He's sitting there going, "Well, Ghost Mafia." I guarantee it.
I just made Nero Trigger a moderator on here too because he made me a mod on his, so it's only a respect thing that I do it back. Let's see here, trying to get back to the screen. Okay, cool. Let's see. And explain to them why they call it Moundsville. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's mounds all over that city, and I was looking at pictures.
At one time, they had called it Elizabethtown, but after they discovered the Indian remains in the mound, it pretty much was. Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We are one away from 80 likes at this point. Thank you so much. This is incredible to watch how quickly this stream is going. Every time I do this like interview with other paranormal groups, like this stream keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger each week. Okay, Ghost ITC, I will eventually check out your streams, man. I get really busy and I haven't had a chance to check out a lot of people. I'm subscribed to over 1,000 people. So it is hard for me to get to everybody. Don't take it as offense if I haven't checked out your channel. It's because it's hard for me to get to everybody.
I'll tell you, if you're more interested in like Indian burial grounds, Michigander man has a great video. He went and found Chief Okemos's gravesite up there in Michigan, and he's a good friend of mine. We've actually done videos together. We checked out the ledges there in Grand Ledge, Michigan, last spring, and really cool guy, really down to earth, easy to talk to, great person. Check him out.
Okay.
Show him some love.
Yeah, I'll definitely check out. Oh wow, we just hit 80 likes. Wow, thank you so much, everybody. Um, cool. Yeah, support each other. I just ask that you don't self-promote yourself on my channel. If you want to support each other, that would be awesome. That's what I like to do for people, is have people like come together and help one another out. Um, yeah, that definitely have to check out that video, Michigander man, Rob. I'll definitely have to check that out because that sounds really, really cool. I live in Central California, which is old Chumash land, the Chumash Indians here, and there's actually a burial ground not too far from where I live, in a little town called Morro Bay, California. A hole underneath of the major roadway leading up to Highway 1 along the Central Coast is actually underneath the town is an Indian burial ground, and that place is creepy as hell at night. And it's not creepy because it's like there's no crime there. Like nothing ever happens in Morro Bay. It's that small. The worst thing that ever happens is and it breaks news if somebody steals from the store there. That's how bored the cops are. And all they do is ticket people for they ticket kids for wearing helmets. Like that's like the number one thing people get pulled over for. Southland Paranormal, thank you so much for tweeting this out. 30 people still watching. Thank you so much, everybody. We are about an hour and a half into this, and I do appreciate everybody stopping by and taking time during their day to check out my channel. Sending light and love to everybody here. About
2020, I'd be at 1,040 stores. Will I be there?
I'm not sure what that meant, Ghost ITC. But you'll eventually get there, man. Just keep working and networking with everybody, and you will eventually hit 1,000 subscribers. Like that, it does happen. I just network with a lot of people. I run my channel like a business. I'm very business oriented. I own 2 of my own businesses. Sub Lou Rock said, sub to me, don't promote yourself.com. That's pretty funny.
I love Lou Rock. He's my brother.
Yeah. Lou Rock and Rob are awesome.
Lou Rock is awesome.
So you said the significance of the mounds in the area, they served as almost like a tomb for well-known members of the tribes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was only important people I guess I don't know if they call them witch doctors and tribesmen, like the tribe leaders and stuff like that. So really, really important people.
Yeah, tribal leaders and family of tribal leaders. Of course, yeah. I mean, when these things were built, these things are 1,000 years old,
and
literally you're looking back to almost post caveman era, where most everybody was either hunters or gatherers or that kind of thing.
Right.
Warriors. Each person had their own job to do, and of course the tribal leaders handed out the jobs. So
Absolutely. I keep seeing your door open and close. The first time I thought it was like something spiritual because I didn't see anybody close the door, and I just saw the door close, and I'm like, "Oh my god, your house is haunted too?" No,
oh yeah, my house is haunted actually.
Oh yeah. What's the backstory behind that?
Well, used to be a guy that lived out there. There's a road behind my house that follows the creek, and there was a guy that he was a biker. His biker name was Hobo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he had been drinking all day, ran out of beer, got in his car, went down to the store down the road, got more beer, come back, lost control of the car, and there's a tree right out in front of my house, and that's where he died, hitting that tree. And Hobo is here. Hobo's never left. So yeah, we have spiritual activity at our house. We have a lot of spiritual activity out in the yard, and I don't know if that's because of Indian lands or it seems to have ramped up here lately because the pipeline is getting ready to come through. Actually, they break ground 5 feet from the side of my house next month. So they're literally going to be bringing the pipeline right through my side yard.
Wow.
300 feet across the yard. And it'll be all dug up. I'll be at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll hear beep, 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 so I'll be grumpy in October, but
Yeah, absolutely.
but I'm wondering if, as that deadline for the groundbreaking on this property gets closer, the actual elemental energies out there in the yard are starting to ramp up, and we're starting to see shadow figures at night darting around the yard and things like that. It's starting to get a little creepy out there at night.
Right.
And of course, nights start to come a little earlier and earlier each evening too. So
Absolutely. And do you think that there's a spiritual portal opening as it gets closer to Halloween? Because there is a significance behind Halloween, and that's when the closest to when the spiritual portal opens. So the increase in activity can happen then. I'm not sure behind the significance of it, but there's a reason why so many different cultures believe in All Hallows Eve or Halloween or the Day of the Dead in Mexico. Every culture has their own way of putting it, and it's all around the significance behind this October 31st to November 2nd.
and I think all of that factors in to a certain point. Do I attribute everything to that? No. I think there's, just like if you get into a property, you go out, you hit the lottery and you go buy a property. And the first thing you want to do just to appease anything that might be on the property is, plant some fruit trees,
right?
Give back to the land, give plant that's going to keep on giving back. Fruit trees are the best.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like a peace offering to the spirits on the property. And, you do that and it can keep things calm for a while. But when there's drastic change, it kind of negates all that. And when the pipeline comes through the property, they're going to be tearing things up with excavators and digging, and Lord knows what they'll find under the ground. They could find Indian remains or, the dog of the guy that used to live here. You never know what you're going to find, especially out in this area. But it's modernization, change, whether it's for the better or for the worse.
Right.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that right now. But you look at one time there was no coal mines.
Right.
Coal mines have gone through properties, disturbed land, and ramped up activities in those areas.
Because a lot of you have visited, like West Virginia and parts of the Midwest, were very heavily into the coal industry, and a lot of those jobs disappeared and left these towns vacant and basically ruined and turned them kind of into ghost towns.
That and the mines are left in place and abandoned, and then after years they deteriorate and the mines will collapse, open up. We literally had back in the late 90s, we had a section of highway, a section of 470 literally collapsed 40 feet into the ground because one of the old coal mines that would run under there caved in under the highway, and the highway just dropped 40 feet.
Wow.
And they had 470 shut down for almost a year while they repaired the roads and filled that all in with concrete. So, I mean, nature has a way of taking back.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I just want to mention real quick the people that have gone ahead and retweeted my live stream with Ghost Mafia here, and Haley Fam Jeweler just retweeted about 29 seconds ago. Who is John Galt just retweeted about 30 minutes ago. Humanicky just retweeted about close to an hour ago at the beginning of the stream. Jen McGill retweeted. Wow. And let's see, B-Town had mentioned me. And Bambi and Michelle Arab also retweeted. So a lot of people, thank you so much for getting the word out on this awesome live stream. I hope everybody's enjoying so far. This has probably been one of my better live streams yet. And I can really attribute that to having Ghost Mafia here with me. He is an awesome host, or awesome guest, I should say. 32 people watching right now, almost 85 likes on this video. Thank you so much to everybody.
Just 15 to go.
Yes,
and we saved the best. We saved the best video for last.
Oh, absolutely. And we're going to be discussing about the West Virginia State Penitentiary, which was an absolutely incredible video. I mean, I just could not imagine going there myself. I mean, it looks so amazing, and it's not the building itself that was incredible, and we'll be discussing that in just a moment. I had something written down for about the 7-second mark on the 7-minute mark on the video for Moundsville. And for some reason, I didn't finish my thought. So, if anybody wants to check it out, it's at 7:30, 7 minutes and 30 seconds on that video. I will probably after the stream add those links into the description as well for those people who want to go back. So now I am just 15 away from 100 likes on this video. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so much. Who else? Is anybody else been joining? Lady Swan, hello.
That's the wife.
Oh, that's your wife. Oh, no kidding.
That's the one you see opening and shutting the door.
Oh, gotcha. I was looking at your last name and I was wondering, I was like, is she related to Ghost Mafia here? Yep, that is Mrs. Mafia. So say hello. Clear Ski the Creeper. Wow, awesome name, actually. That's kind of cool how you had that written. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm trying to see if anybody else had joined and I missed your name. Wonder Pup Adventures. Hello. If any, Wonder Pup is an awesome supporter of just about everybody in the paranormal community as well.
Paul, he's been around forever.
Oh, yeah. His original name before this was Paul Walker, which I just found was kind of ironic. But if that's your real name, that's awesome.
Before that was K-Pup.
K-Pup. So he changes his name ever so often. But yeah, that Moundsville video was crazy, but it has nothing on this next video we're going to discuss.
And mind you, and let me just transition it in. It literally at the end of toward the end of the mound video, I actually have a stone walkway that goes up and around in a circle all the way up to the top of the mound.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're walking up that, it disorients you. So when you get to the top, there's a stone obelisk with north, south, east, and west written on it. So you kind of get your bearings when you get to the top. And you can see over the whole town of Moundsville. And you turn around and look behind you, and you're staring at this big stone castle-like structure that is the West Virginia State Penitentiary. Well, the former West Virginia State Penitentiary. They've since closed it down in, I want to say, 94.
Mm-hmm.
I think they closed the prison down and built a new prison out the road. But yeah, that's... And it's been featured on Ghost Adventures, on Ghost Hunters, Taps, like every ghost hunting show there is on television has been to the West Virginia State Penitentiary. Okay. They even, like, the first show it was ever on was a show on MTV. It was called Fear. And
Mm-hmm.
they would dare people, they would have people go in there and they'd sit them in a room in the dark and, freak them out.
Gee.
And there's a lot of ghost stories and things like that from the prison itself. I had an uncle that worked there. He was a guard. He was there during the riots, and he would tell us stories about inmates. One inmate who was a snitch got caught during the riot, and they literally put him in a pot of beans and sealed the lid shut and cooked him.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, true story.
What? That is crazy. Officer Spencer Entertainment, welcome to the stream, my friend. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. Help support the channel. If it's not for me, it's for my guest here, Ghost Mafia. It is so good to have you on here. We are right now discussing the West Virginia State Penitentiary and all the crazy stuff that had happened there. See, I don't know most of the backstory, so can you tell the viewers of like what you have heard about this place? You were just talking about some of the rioting. What is the history on that building?
The history goes back to like 1800s. I mean, there's literally, they did executions by hanging there. They did executions by electric chair there. And I want to say it was 1992 when Tommy Mullahan and two others actually tunneled out under the wall and escaped from there. And they caught two of the guys right away. And Tommy actually, he kind of became a local folk hero around this way.
Oh, I'm sure.
Where he was kind of like our area's Robin Hood. People were setting food out on their back porches at night for him and things like that because he was hiding. He was a woodsman from this area, so he was able to survive out in the woods on his own. But people were like setting food out for him and things like that, and people were selling shirts instead that said "Go Tommy, go" and things like that.
Hi, Lady Swan.
She's like, "Tell him about the Charles Manson letter." Yeah, there's actually a letter in the museum. Yeah, Charlie Manson is from this area. Well, his mother was from this area.
No.
And when he was in prison, he had written the warden at the West Virginia State Penitentiary requesting for a transfer so that he could be closer to his mother. And they still have the letter hanging in the museum.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
God. Yeah. That sounds.
I'm gonna have to
go
down there and do the tour and do a video of the actual prison itself. But this video that we're talking about, I wanted to take my viewers someplace that had never been seen by all these ghost hunting TV shows and stuff that had
Right.
been there, because they've never went out to the actual prison cemetery
Oh
in
yeah.
any of
So
the shows.
that
So
was
that's why
our surprise. Everybody was this prison cemetery where people had been buried there from dying of natural causes and life imprisonment, from electrocutions to hanging and other brutal ways of our U.S. capital justice system. And it's just I couldn't imagine all the evil that presents itself in that cemetery there. And you said you saw shadow figures there.
I have actually went out there after dark and done investigations there,
You're braver
and
than me.
I've had times where you just have the shadow like rush you, and you feel the air hit you when it comes at you. You just, ooh, it's like you got hit with an air cannon or something,
Wow.
and you'll see shadow figures darting around the edges of the trees towards the outer side of the cemetery and things like that, after dark. But it's almost like a residual thing, because you'll see it happen, and then a few minutes later, the same thing will happen again.
Right.
Um, I know there's a lot of limestone deposits in the area. There's a creek that runs right adjacent to the cemetery, so there's always flowing water, and there's a lot of energy in the area that those spirits can draw from. And again,
Oh, absolutely.
every person that is in that cemetery was convicted of some kind of heinous crime.
Right.
Either they were life in prison, they were, set to death, whether it be the gas chamber, the hanging, um, killed by another inmate, or just died of old age being in there for life.
Now,
And
did they have the gas chamber in West Virginia?
they have one, but I'm not sure that they ever used it.
Gotcha. Because they actually still have it here in California, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I know they had the lethal injections. They had, gas chamber. I know they had the electric chair because it's still on display down there. I
Mm-hmm.
know they had the hanging. The actual gallows is still there. You can see them. It's at the north gate. Um, when you're going through, they have the mock riots there. So when you're going inside the gate there, the doors open up, and as you're going through the gate, it's like a tower where the gate is. And if you look up as you're going through that gate, there's the square in the floor with the doors. That's still the mechanism for the doors for the drop is still there, and they have a gallows hanging up there still to this day.
Jeez. Oh man, I could not imagine like going and checking that out. That must be one heck of an evaluate or investigation. Let's see right real quick. I saw that Paranormal Dolls had joined us. They have an amazing channel. If you like that creepy doll stuff, where I believe they have actually figured a way to transfer spiritual energy into dolls, and that's like the focus of their channel. It is
Hmm.
very, very, very creepy.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, that is and like he'll like make sure that the spirit energy gets attached to those dolls using an EMF reader, and he'll put it right by it, and it just flashes like nonstop, kind of like my video from when I went to the cemetery recently. Like it's just a nonstop beat of light, and it is just creepy. And if you like that kind of stuff, definitely go check out Paranormal Dolls. Like that is an awesome channel. um I am not the best person at ever wanting to have a doll on my channel. I think it's what was that movie? The Orphan. Did you ever see that movie? No, sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, first there's Chucky, and Chucky's actually based off of Robert the Doll, which is in a museum in Florida. If you haven't seen that video, go check out Omar Gosh TV's video on Robert the Doll, and come back to me. That video is creepy.
Yeah, that cemetery though is, you literally have to cross over a waterfall to get into it.
Really?
Yeah, you have to cross over a little waterfall. It's like what they call a submarine bridge, but the
Hmm.
water flows over the top of this concrete and then water falls into the creek on the other side. So if you're walking over to it, you're going to get your feet wet.
Yeah, Lou Rock. Yeah, I had a different movie in my head, and The Orphan just came into my mind, and it wasn't related to that at all. So I changed it to Chucky, but there's some other doll movies that are really creepy. Oh, Annabelle is what I was thinking of. Annabelle's super duper creepy. Never heard of Lou Rock. Come on, Lou Rock. I mean, never heard of Omar Gosh. Come on now.
Never. No, wait. He's saying that because Lou Rock is probably standing, or Omar is probably standing next to him.
Oh, I know. Seriously, aren't
Like
you
literally
hanging out
the
with?
other night. Let me tell you, the other night we was in Green Bay Wackies, and Mama Rock was only like 25 away from hitting her 1K. Right.
Mhm.
So I'm in there and I'm dropping Mama Rock's link, and I'm pushing for it. She hits her 1K. And I sent her a message, said, "Congratulations on your 1K." And like the next day, she's like, "Just seconds before I hit my 1K, look who shows up to visit." And it was James and Omar, and she's in a picture with them. So they was literally there when I was talking to her on the phone.
That is awesome. No kidding. Wow. That would have been so neat I can't believe I missed that. That's bad of me. But yeah, Lou Rock, is Omar with you right now? I know they're on their road trip. I didn't know where they were headed next.
I think they went on up to the Lizzie Borden area, and now
Okay.
I'm not sure where they're at right now, but I know they're heading to Detroit. I think Rob, Michigander man, is going to try to meet up with them when they're in Detroit.
Cool. So when I was watching this video about the West Virginia State Penitentiary, I noticed that the ground was highly uneven, like because of like you said they were buried in pine boxes.
And just like
Ghost ITC, can you knock that off, please? Like that's really distracting. I apologize, but please don't spam weird stuff on my chat.
But yeah, I mean, just like, well, if you go to prison, you lose all your rights. You lose your right to vote. You lose, all your rights. And just the same as in death, being in prison, the only rights that they have is the right to a pine box and a license plate grave marker, basically.
Right.
So. And literally there's graves in there that the pine boxes deteriorated and the graves have sunk in.
Wow. So is it sunken in because of the deformation from like the pine boxes like decomposing?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow. Jeez. Because they probably, I mean, they were just pine boxes. They didn't have any weather protection on them. They didn't care to that much because those people were pretty awful people that were buried there. So you said along the tree line that you kept seeing things. What was the worst experience that you had when you were at that location?
I think the scariest one was the night I seen the shadow. It was literally coming straight on at me, at my face. And like just before it gets to you, the shadow dissipates and all you feel is the wind hit you.
Wow.
And you're like, whoa, it's like, I mean, the overall sense of dread and sheer like dark malevolence in that area. Like that's when I did the video, I said, I'm not going to do an investigation here because I don't want to get anything attached to me and bring it home because this is such an evil place.
Oh yeah, that's one location you do not want to have something attach itself to you. That's no joke. Lou Rock said, I fell into a grave in St. Augustine, Florida. Patty got it on camera. Oof, man. That's pretty shocking there. Yikes. Ray the Fam is here. I forgot to say his name. He actually lives only 2 hours from me. So that it's good to see you, Ray. But yeah, that's something else. I could definitely tell you I'd not want to bring a Ouija board or a spirit box there to communicate. That's one place that you do not want to communicate with people at.
No, and that's one of those places that you absolutely want to say, say a prayer before you go in, say a prayer when you come out, and
Say a
make
prayer
sure that
during
nothing.
your experience there.
Yeah, definitely don't want to take anything away from there.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's one place you don't want to conjure something up in or mess around with because there is a lot of evil there. So
I'm not saying that some of the lifers that was there that passed away of natural causes or whatnot wouldn't have been rehabilitated before they passed away.
mhm.
I'm not saying that they're all evil in there, but there are some. There's
Oh,
bound to be.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Just because of the history of that place and the evil deeds that people, I mean, and not everybody who was executed or arrested, I mean, there was some innocent people, as in a lot of prisons, people get falsely imprisoned and sometimes falsely killed, because of lack of evidence and a rushed jury. And it's happened time and time again where people who are innocent have died at the hands of the law. And unfortunately, it's sad to see that stuff. And I'm sure it might have probably happened there as well. Do you know of any stories of that happening in that area?
I had a ghost tell me he was a mobster at the Masonic Cemetery. That's right. I remember that. I was watching that video, Lou.
I had collapsed and it was a black cemetery for soldiers. So sad how run down it was. And the white cemetery was perfect. And I can contest to that because they have one in Wilmington, North Carolina that was it was actually a segregated cemetery for U.S. soldiers. One side was black and one side was white. And it was really sad to see because it's the same thing. The black side was completely run down and unkept, and the white side was perfectly manicured and taken care for. And it was really, really sad to see that, unfortunately. Um, let's see here. See, we are at 88 likes on this video. If we could get that at least to 90 or above, I would be really, really happy. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please go ahead and smash that like button. We are at 89 now. 89. Thank you so much, everybody. That is awesome.
I think we could get 100.
I
It's
think we
not
can
even.
get, I think we
Not
could get
even.
100 in the next hour because I do have more to talk to. Let's see, what else do I have for the notes on this video? I think we pretty much covered everything I had written. If there's any more backstory to this place that you haven't told, or any of the other locations, did you have anything else to add on that? Otherwise, we can talk. You can talk about some of your other adventures that you have been on. Wow, we just hit 90. Thank you guys so much. Awesome job. I'm so happy. Wow, 90 likes. I think we could get 10 more. I hope we can get
I'll
10.
tell you what. And Lady Swan just said it in the chat there a few minutes ago. She told Lou Rock that his stream last Sunday was off the hook. And I have to kind of elaborate on that. And this is going to kind of send chills down your spine. And Lou Rock can attest to this. Lou Rock was doing a stream. He had downloaded some new apps.
Yeah, I was there.
And he opens the one app and he says, well, this one is typing. And he starts reading off the words. And, at first the words doesn't make sense. And then they start to form better words and actual sentences. And it come out to Mr. Mrs. Ghost Dog, soul okay, innocence renewed. And Lou Rock didn't know anything about it. He didn't know that our dog had passed away that morning. She was 13 years old. Her name was Maddie. She was a chocolate lab. And when that yeah, and it also said buried. And we had literally buried the dog in the backyard that very day. And
Golly.
it literally gave me chills. It was,
sure.
I don't know if it was the dog coming through, but little later he kept saying that he smelled like old feet or wet feet. I was like, are you sure it wasn't wet dog? And it was spot on. I mean, literally, it happened that day. Mr. and Mrs. Ghost's dog passed, soul okay, innocence renewed, buried. And that's what came through. And I mean, I don't know what app you were actually using there, Lou, but I would love to know what app that is so I can get it.
So
because
I downloaded this new app by
it works.
That sounds really cool, and I actually have that app too that Ghost uses, and I actually was using it one day, and my grandfather stopped by to say hi, and immediately when I turned it on, it said Grandpa. I mean, you couldn't make this up. I mean, seriously, you can't. There was, because my house, there is a spirit here, and I actually got this confirmed on another episode of my show when I was doing my late night spirit box session / paranormal panel at nighttime on Wednesdays, which I do every week, and anybody is welcome to join who's in the paranormal community. And I was on there, and I was talking to the spirit who's in my house, whose name is Janet. This woman died of a heart attack suddenly, and we actually caught her admiration on camera on this one right here, this camera, walking right behind me, and then she ran her hands through my hair. It sent shivers down my spine. Like, I mean, it freaked me out, and I've been doing this paranormal stuff for close to 5 years, and like I was like, oh my god, it freaked me out a little bit. I've been chased by negative and evil spirits before. I mean, I've been through a lot of stuff because I'm what they call a light worker and an empathic person. So like naturally, like ghosts and spirits are more attached to me than anybody else on my paranormal team. And that doesn't go to say that, like, the last time we were at the haunted murder house in Santa Maria, California, one of my teammates, my buddy's girlfriend, she had a scratch appear from the back of her neck all the way to her front of her throat, and it appeared on live camera. And we found out 7 people had been murdered in that house. And what was it? It was like a 30-year time span, and the house was used for human trafficking, along with a bunch of other horrible stuff that happened there. So I recently just downloaded this app called Ghost. What is it called? It's called Ghost, actually, and it's on the Apple Store, and so it basically will show your camera and see what spirits are there. See, it shows a spirit right here in front of me. And this just confirmed that there's the negative spirit that haunts my house, and his name is Christopher, who constantly comes up on my spirit box sessions. And he is a trickster and an intimidator. He likes to try to say, like, behind you, I'm gonna get you, stuff like that. And now it just said afternoon. So there's somewhat of an intelligence with these spirits that come and visit. Omar thinks my house is haunted. I have no idea why. He told my mom, but I lost a family member in my arms here, and bought the house off the man who lost his wife just before that. Wow, Lou, that's incredible. Yeah, you could have some remnant energy surrounding your house. That's definitely possible. Um, that's wow, that's crazy. But yeah, the lady who haunts my house, her name is Janet, and she was a schizophrenic, and we got that confirmed on the EMF reader. And she constantly sends my EMF reader out of control every time I bring it out and show it on camera. And more so at night than during the day because she's more active at night for some reason. But I've had it confirmed during the day as well.
Lou says, "Why can't I be haunted by a hot chick who rapes her man victims?"
Lou, wow. Jeez, I'm going to have to age restrict this now, Lou. Thanks. Eileen K, hello, my friend. If you haven't already, smash that like button. We are just about an hour from being done with this live stream here. We are here to talk to you about your travels. About ghost travels. We are here to talk to you. If you have any crazy paranormal experiences, I will read them out loud. Just put them in the comments below.
If you have any questions about any of the videos that we've talked about so far, put them in the chat, and we'll be glad to answer any questions that come up from the chat too.
Absolutely. We have your full uninvited attention. If you have any questions for us about our paranormal travels or locations that we have traveled to, also check my other channel out, Presence of the Unknown. I do all my major investigations there. I'm actually not too long from now, I'm going to Bakersfield, California to do the Green Motel, which is in Shafter, California.
Whoever hit the thumbs down, we're sending all our negative spirits your way.
I don't wish that on anybody, but
well, here's the thing, HSFL. You want a certain amount of dislikes, okay?
Right.
And if you have a hater, dislikes can give you more than the likes, because haters will sit in your chat and hang on every word for the full length of your video.
Oh yeah, they give you tons of
the most watch time out of anybody.
Oh yeah, for sure. They hang on and like with burning resentment for something. I don't know what it is. Ooh, we hit 92 likes. Can we get 8 more by the end of this stream?
Well, if you count the 4 dislikes, it'd actually be like 98.
98, yeah.
Yeah, 96, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 96. It's all good. So if we could get that number to 100, I guess that's like 100 interactions on this video, whether it's dislikes or likes, then that would be awesome.
Lou says, so in a way, hate can be good for a channel. Well, I mean, you don't want all of your remarks to be dislikes, but a few is good for your what do they call it? Algorithm.
Speaking of dirty
it
socks,
actually helps out your algorithm.
This guy smells like a dirty sock constantly. This is my dog Baxter. He's a good boy. I rescued him off of the freeway. But yeah, he is a very stinky dog. But I love him. Oh my God, Baxter. Okay.
Yeti down, Yeti down.
Yeah, he's a derpy little dog. He's cute though.
How do you like that microphone?
I love it so far. The audio quality has been pretty good. But I eventually probably want to invest in something like yours, something a little more professional. I did this because of lack of funds, but it works really good.
Well, how much did you pay for that, if you don't mind me asking?
This was $45.
This was $29.
What? So mine's more expensive than yours?
Yeah.
How did you get it to like? Is there like a tripod thing that comes up and over?
It's a boom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sell them
Wow.
there. It's a BM800 ceramic uh, microphone. It's for recording audio, like music, things like that. But yeah, they sell them on Wish for like $30.
I mean, does this mic sound pretty clear? I
Yeah,
mean,
it's pretty clear. I like the sound, but it seems like when you get away from it any distance,
right.
it kind of drops off in volume.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's true. I pretty much have to keep it like within 6 inches of my face, otherwise it kind of disappears. Which isn't a problem, but I actually had to bring like something to raise it up because it only came with like this tiny little tripod, and I wish I could get something that's more of a boom, but that's going to be later down the road. And I'm also going to be working on doing some more lighting work because I'm actually using a LED lantern to use for my lighting. So I'm working with what I have. But it seems to be working pretty good, and the natural skylight is not bad.
Yeah, I just keep it dark behind me, and then all the monitors that I have in front of me is all my lights. I don't even have any lights on. It's just all monitor.
Like that's with my lights off in my house. Like it's the skylight produces so much natural light that I really don't have to worry about lighting all that much unless it's at nighttime. But for some of my after dark specials, I'm probably gonna need to get some lighting. Let's see here.
It's like you could, matter of fact, you could see the monitors in my glasses.
Oh yeah.
There's some. There's some. One over
And
there.
Lou Rock, sorry to mention this, but I am using my Mac to run everything today. This is see, I love editing on the Mac computer because it's so good for stuff like editing, and it's so much faster than my PC to do this kind of stuff.
Then it's a lot easier to upload any video from your phone to the Mac.
Oh
Being
yeah,
an iPhone.
absolutely.
It's such a pain in the butt to try to upload from phone to Windows.
Oh yeah, because I have a Windows 10 computer right here. I use it to do some of my pre-editing, like some of the effects that I can't get on the Mac. I have them on my PC, so I do that kind of stuff to like do the pre-editing before I send it to the Mac. Because there's this cool, like if I do my edited videos for either channel, I have this cool effect where it looks like orbs, and it like say smash that like button like for the end credit scene. I That's only available on this PC. I don't have it on my Mac. um like I actually I'll try to do the screen share thing with my Presence of the Unknown one that I created, so people have an idea of what that looks like if they haven't seen my intro on there that I took 8 hours to make, and it's only 40 seconds long. So let me pull that up real quick. Trailer. No, it's not that one. Okay, so it's going to be this one right here.
Miller's Chapel Cemetery in Jonesboro, Arkansas, has a crazy story. Multiple kids were murdered from the family. People see kids playing there.
Who said that?
Branscombe Farm.
Huh.
Branscombe Farm.
Wow, that place sounds pretty interesting. Man, I would love to hear more about that. If you haven't already smashed that like button, I'm trying to get 100 by the end of this stream. Some reason I lost the hangout. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it. Let me minimize this and bring this forward so I can screen share this with everybody. So this is going to be the Presence of the Unknown trailer. So I designed this all by myself. Like this took hours to do with the effects in the background, but it turned out really, really cool. So these are my members of my paranormal team. Joe. Aaron is actually no longer with us, so this is actually the old copy. and Casey just joined us, and Ray the Fam is actually going to be joining our paranormal team as well. So I hope everybody did enjoy that. That is my trailer for Presence of the Unknown. It's an awesome channel. Please go subscribe to them if you haven't already. I would like to get that channel up to where I am as well. It's the same people. It's me and my whole crew, and my whole crew are just awesome people. I am trying to pull up the chat here.
Deborah says we have the dance hall explosion history. That sounds interesting.
Wow. Who said that in the comments? Sorry, I just got back to the comments. Oh, okay. We have a dance hall explosion. Could you elaborate that a little bit more, Deborah the Fam? That sounded really cool. Maybe I'll have to get her as a special guest. Wow, 26 people watching. Thank you so much, everybody. I think we're just about 300 views on this video, which is amazing. Let me see here. Yeah, we are just about 300 views on this video since the live stream began. We will be going until the top of the hour here on HSFL Paranormal Live with my special guest, Ghost Mafia. And you also went to the Shawshank prison.
Oh, yes.
And I think
prison, that was cool.
I might try to get you on live again so we could actually dedicate a whole live stream to Shawshank, because you said there's like 4 or 5 videos.
Yeah, there's well, I had to break it up into 4 because it was so long.
Right.
And trying to upload it in HD was being a pain. So I had to break it up into shorter segments and upload it in HD. I had originally uploaded it, but it was in like 720, and it was real grainy and gritty. And I wanted the details there, because there's a lot of stuff there.
Right.
I mean, not just that the movie, the rooms that they used for the movies and things like that. Like, we were in the room where the parole board were sitting, and Red comes in and he's like, yeah, I've been rehabilitated. And they rejected him like 3 times. And then he goes in there when he's an old man. He's like, what do you care what I say? You're just going to reject me anyway. And that's when they passed him, you know. And then Brooks's room, the boarding house or the halfway house, when he got released from prison, and he hangs himself in that room.
Right.
He carves Brooks was here. Later on, Red goes into that room, and so was Red. And like all those rooms were in that prison.
Wow.
So it's like a lot of the movie set, a lot of the movie was filmed in that prison. Even parts of it that you think were outside of the prison were still filmed inside the prison.
Wow.
But then there's a lot of haunted history along with the prison as well. Like the actual warden's wife, not the warden from the movie, but when it was an actual prison there, the warden's wife had been reaching for a jewelry box in a cabinet in the top shelf. And she opened the door and a gun fell out. And when it hit the floor, it shot her through the chest and she died in the closet.
No way.
At least that's what the story is. I mean, you know, it is a prison. It was passed off as an accident. You never know.
Yeah,
but that's the story. That's the story that was put out there anyway.
Right. So somebody had a really interesting comment, and it was from Anthony. He said their staircase that used to be there was a staircase that used to have kids' faces etched into the stone who fell victim to the killer. Now it's just the killer's face that is etched into the stone. That sounds really cool. You're going to have to tell me about that location at one time. That sounds really neat.
You should go do a video there. I'd love to see it.
Oh, I know. Me too. Definitely. So we are at 93 likes and 5 dislikes, but you know, thank you for all the support, everybody who's shown up here. I still think it's doing pretty good, and 93 likes and 5 dislikes at the point I am in my channel. Like, you're always going to have trolls and haters no matter what, and they don't bother me anymore. It used to get to me, and now it doesn't. But I try to put out really good quality content for everybody and bring on really good hosts to bring on to share stories with you. I believe I came on live with JoJo and Brian and you at that one time to share a few stories with y'all on your guys' channel.
Pneumatic RV is in here. He says, "Good day."
Who was that?
Pneumatic RD
Oh, okay. Hey,
RV.
welcome. I also saw Flyboy Glenn. Hello, my friend. Nomadic RV. Hello. God, there's a lot of great people here. If you haven't already, smash that like button. We are so close to 100 likes. And if you want to get some of your friends on here towards the end of the stream, that would help a lot. Yeah, we're closing up on like almost I think either almost 300 views or over 300 views on this video already, which is just absolutely incredible. Let's see who else. So 23 people still watching, going on into hour 3 of this video. If anybody's wondering what I'm drinking, it's a mix between orange juice and cranberry juice. It's really good, super healthy for you, but it does have a lot of sugar.
Pepsi in a mason jar.
Nice. That's a way to do it. I wish I had my mason jar still. I used to drink sweet tea out of a mason jar when I lived in North Carolina, but I didn't bring my mason jar home with me. But I know how to make some killer sweet tea. Tell you what, I learned real quick.
So let me ask you a couple questions.
All right.
Now, are you going to do merch for your channel?
I'm probably going to more focus on merch for Presence of the Unknown, but maybe I'll come out with some t-shirts or some like mugs for this channel at one point. I do need to create a website, and I'm kind of working on that right now for this channel. We already have a website for Presence of the Unknown. It's www.presenceoftheunknown.com. So check that out. We do like consultations in the local area to go check out people's homes that they think are haunted, and we try to debunk it to the best of our ability and document and evaluate, and just a lot of research. We go back to locations 2 or 3 times when we go.
Do you have a designated like research guy in your group?
We do, and that person is usually me.
So you're the one that gets to go down to the courthouse and search through records, or to the library. And
well, Joe, the founder of the group, him and his girlfriend pull all the permits for locations. I do all the phone calls to locations to go look at them and talk to people. We have this cemetery that's the most haunted cemetery in the Central Coast, and it's called the Adalia Cemetery, or no, Adelaide Cemetery in Paso Robles, California. And we're like, do we have permission to go after dark, because we saw that you had closing hours? And he's like, oh, absolutely, but it comes with a risk. And I was like, okay, is this guy gonna like try to pull one on me, or what's going on? He said, the risk is if you want to go there at nighttime, you have to sign a waiver here at our office, because we're not going to be reliable if you get attacked by a mountain lion. And supposedly it happened there. Somebody was out there late at night doing an investigation by themselves, and they got mauled. They didn't die, but they got mauled by a mountain lion. I was like, that's why I don't do investigations by myself.
See, I would have looked at the guy and said, well, I won't hold you responsible if you don't hold me responsible for killing the mountain lion.
Right? Seriously. Like, see, California is weird with the whole gun laws. In North Carolina, I had guns the entire time when I would go on hikes, because I would be there by myself and go on some of these haunted travels. I used to go to some of these really messed up haunted and abandoned locations by myself, but I always was packing for that reason, because in North Carolina, your doctor has a gun, your lawyer has a gun, everybody has a gun. And here in California, that is just so not that way. Like, it used to be like that, but it's not like that now.
That's why I want to find a house in West Virginia, because West Virginia now has constitutional carry.
Right.
You don't have to go for permits or anything like that. You just carry. You're within your civil rights to carry concealed in the state of West Virginia. But you have to be a resident for at least 6 months.
Nero Trigger said, I have been on a few jobs, but I have never seen anything. Oh. What did you mean by that, Nero Trigger? Are you talking about investigations? Yeah, North Carolina's open carry. I'm not sure if that means you're talking about like open. You're talking about constitutional carry, like you can get a like a CCW. You don't have to have a CCW to conceal carry, correct?
Right. With open carry, see, we have open carry in Ohio.
Right.
But with open carry, the firearm has to be seen from at least 3 sides of your body.
Right.
Your front, your back, and the side.
Right. And that's totally understandable.
Yeah, it has to be visible.
See, but with Texas, I believe, also is constitutional carry, from what I remember. Texas,
well, I mean, there's constitutional carry, and then there's your CCW permit. Constitutional carry is your Second Amendment right to bear arms,
right?
And you can conceal. Okay,
right.
With the CCW, you're more obligated. Let's say you go into a convenience store, right, and you're back at the drink place getting you a drink, and somebody walks in and holds up the cashier. With the CCW, you're more obligated to interact to save that individual's life.
Absolutely.
Than if you were constitutional carry. A constitutional carry, if he ain't got the gun in your face, you don't have to do anything. But with the CCW, you're contractually obligated to step in and intervene to save somebody.
And I still have my North Carolina concealed carry permit, but I can't use it in California. It doesn't transfer here.
Right.
Which is kind of messed up that it can't transfer state to state, but that's actually in the legislation for the United States Supreme Court right now, is to allow it to transfer to any state. But who knows if that'll pass. But if anybody has any cool paranormal experiences that they want to share with both me and Ghost Mafia, and also if you see at the top of the right-hand screen the little eye in a circle, it says from Hsfl Paranormal, you can click on that, and that'll automatically bring you to Presence of the Unknown and Ghost Mafia's pages. So you can click on that and it'll automatically have those links embedded into the videos. Yeah, we are just 5 more likes away from hitting 100 likes. We have 95 likes and 6 dislikes, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, smash those like buttons. And I saw Paranormal Mama just joined us as well. Thank you so much for joining.
We had Paranormal Mama on our show on Thursdays there a couple weeks ago. She had some good paranormal stories too.
I would like to get Paranormal Mama up here to come up and share some stories. Come here in October. Next week is going to be Panic D, Our Haunted Travels, and we are going to talk about the Lizzie Borden house and some of their other adventures. So that
Have you had Lou Rock on yet?
No, I haven't, and I'm trying to get him to come on in October, and I have messaged him about this, but he is so busy, it's hard, and supposedly he's going to be meeting up with Omar Gosh and James the Fam in October, so I'm trying to work around a time where me and him can do what we're doing today sometime in the beginning or in the middle of October and have one-on-one with Lou Rock. That would be a treat and a half right there. Let's see what else. Looks like Mystic Angel said, I am empathic as well. I have a spirit living in my house of an elderly woman. I have felt, seen, and heard her. Wow. See, I've experienced the same thing in my own home. It's a very sobering thing to go through to have haunted or um, a haunted home or a spiritually active home. It's something to experience for sure.
Mystic Angel's another friend of mine that I've known for ever since I started on YouTube, like almost a year ago now. And
Looks like
I've been on
Bass.
panels with her and everything else. She's really knowledgeable person with
Bass uh, Brahim, welcome to the channel. I hope I said that correctly. Brahim, welcome. Smash that like button if you haven't already. I would love to have to get to 100 likes by the end of this video. That would be really, really neat. I really want to just have everybody thank Ghost Mafia, and I personally thank you for coming on to my show, my channel, and coming to speak with me for the duration of this time. I love doing these interviews, and it just keeps getting better and better each time. And thank you for making this today's live stream so awesome.
like I said, the only thing that I'm really pushing is Tuesday night show, and I think it's going to be one of those. It's going to be a very emotional live stream with special guests and stories from September 11th, and you guys should really check it out. Like I said, Tuesday night. It's going to be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Oh,
And
I didn't think it was your name, Bass Brahim. I didn't think it was your actual name. I was just saying your username. But hello, if you haven't smashed that like button, smash it. Tim Boki just joined at the later half of this. You're always welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. Yeah, so if you want to catch their 9/11 special where they're going to talk about where they were and what happened during the events of 9/11, it's a special tribute. I guess it's a special tribute stream to what people had experienced during 9/11 in 2001. Please go check that out on Ghost Mafia's channel, and that's going to be on this coming Tuesday. And what time is that going to be at?
that's 10 Eastern, or I'm sorry, 8 Eastern.
Okay, so that would be 5 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
So 5 o'clock on the West Coast, and it's going to be 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So please go check that out. I think that's what 3 in the morning or something in the UK. But yes, please go check out Ghost Mafia's channel. Please subscribe to him if you haven't already. He has an amazing channel. I've been really diving into his videos and getting to know him as a YouTuber. And I was really, really happy to have him on my stream today. And if you haven't smashed that like button, smash it for Ghost Mafia, not for me. Let's see. We are at 95 likes at this moment. If you can get me to 100 by the end of this, invite your friends. I would love to break that milestone tonight and get to 100 likes.
Ellen K says on 9/11 she heard the fighter jets fly over her house. The house rumbled.
Wow. That's crazy.
That was always one of my, how do I want to say it? I always wondered about the fighter jets they scrambled that day. Because
Right.
I know they scrambled jets from like down around Florida someplace. They scrambled jets from over here, Dayton, Ohio. But none of the jets ever caught any of the planes. You would think, being Washington, D.C., that there's got to be, there's aircraft carriers sitting at Virginia with planes on them.
Right.
That they could have scrambled that would have been a lot closer to DC than where they scrambled the planes from. And that's always been a question in my mind as to, why scramble planes from far away when you have planes sitting closer that you could have scrambled.
Absolutely. And there
It's
is
always
conspiracy theory around 9/11, as many are well aware of. Some people said that it wasn't planes that brought down the Twin Towers and the beams were already pre-cut. And like, there's a whole bunch of myths and theories around it. Looks like we just hit 97 likes. We are just 3 away from 100. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, everybody. Like, seriously, 3 more away. Donna Ranke, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. This is getting amazing today.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's always been a question in my mind, is why they couldn't scramble planes that were closer to DC than where
those
they
jets don't take long to get somewhere. They're flying at well over 1,000 miles an hour.
Right, right.
So it is a suspicious thing, and they actually said that the jets actually hit. There were some theories that the jets actually hit Flight 93 to keep it away from what I was reading. They actually, some people said that the jets actually hit Flight 93 and knocked it down over Pennsylvania to deter it from hitting DC. Now, I don't know if that is true, but there was some evidence.
I've seen all the pictures. I mean, I was there at the memorial. I seen all the pictures of the wreckage. I seen all the videos. And now, granted, I 10 years as a volunteer firefighter and things like that, I've seen a lot of wreckage and debris type things, but nothing with a major aircraft like that. However, it didn't look like it would have been like a missile that took down a plane, because the debris field would have been a lot wider,
right,
with an explosion in midair than where it was. I mean,
Melissa Faith, our recipe corner, just joined us in the later part of this stream. We are now at 98 likes. Please, let's get to 100. We are just 2 away from 100 likes on this stream. If you haven't already, smash that like button for me and Ghost Mafia. We are at 32 viewers right now at the end of this stream here. Just 2 away from 100 likes. Jeez. Yes, smash that like button, folks. Let's do this together. If you haven't already, smash that like button. This has been
just keep talking.
Yes, one more.
99.
Come on, let's do it.
We hit 100. We'll light up the chat with emojis.
Yes. We will light it up with emojis.
One more to go.
Jeez, I've never hit 100 likes before. That's crazy. I think the best I've ever gotten was 91.
I've got one video that I'm just about to pass 1,000 views on.
Wow.
First video I've ever gotten that close to 1,000 views on.
Now, did that video get like into the algorithm or something, and now it's just kind of free falling?
No, what it was I every year out here, just like 5 miles out the road from my house, there's a place in Morristown, Ohio, and it's basically a big barn where every year they have a 4-day country music festival called Jamboree in the Hills. And every Wednesday that year, they put on a free concert out there. And I went out there this year, and it was Craig Morgan. And opening for Craig Morgan was a small town band from Pennsylvania called Township Road. And we went out there, and I filmed. I think I got a lot of the crowd, and a lot of the crowd was interacting with the camera. Woo, yeah, hi, what's going on? Kind of stuff. And literally, I put that up, and it shot up to like 800 views in a week.
Wow.
I don't know if it was people just searching Jamboree in the Hills, or people that was out there searching. You know what I mean?
Thank you, everybody. Let's light up this chat with emojis here. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, 100 likes. Wow. Awesome.
Same thing I did. I already had it in there. All I had to do was hit enter.
That is so awesome. Thank you.
It blew up overnight. And I was walking down the alleyway because they have like a concrete sidewalk that runs in front of the stage. And you know, they'll let so many people through when they're up on stage performing and stuff, and you can stop and take pictures and things like that. Well, Township Road had finished their set, and they was waiting for Craig Morgan to come on, and I was like just trying to get from one side of the stage to the other, and I cut down through there, and I walked past like 6 sheriff's deputies that was kind of blocking the way, and I just walked right in between them, and they never said anything to me. And the next thing I know, I'm standing there with the band Township Road.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm standing here with the band. Hey, guys, what's going on? Ghost Mafia. And they're like, and they gave me a plug from a channel, and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Wow, I cannot believe this just hit 100 likes. Dang. This is my most popular live stream yet. That is awesome. And I'm so glad I got to share this moment with you, Ghost. That is awesome. You guys are the best fam ever. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you haven't already, go support Fabio King of Mod. He is almost at 1,000 subscribers. Please go smash his subscribe button. Get him up to 1 grand. That would be awesome.
He said, F you trolls, try to beat that. 100.
Oh, man. Fabio King of Mod. Oh, we already did that. But yes, go subscribe to Fabio King of Mod. Get him to 1 grand. That would be awesome. Let's also get a Ghost Mafia here up to 1.6K. Let's do it, fam. Let's do it. Dickie's Beer Reviews. Welcome to the chat. So we are just wrapping this up in the last half hour of this live stream. Ghost, it has been an absolute honor to have you on today, my friend.
Oh, it's been an honor to be here, man.
It is such an honor to meet so many nice people here who just constantly keep coming into the stream, telling their friends that to come here and visit, and it's just so amazing to have everybody here in the chat. We are closing up now on like I think this is almost 350 views. So that is really, really neat. Yes. Thank you, James, the sharpshooter, the man fam. Thank you so much. That is so neat to have 100 views. John is such a good, phenomenal person. Oh, thank you so much, Paranormal Mama. I really do appreciate it. Please go support Ghost Mafia, my awesome host, my awesome guest for today. Please go support him. He is getting so close to 1.5.
I'm only 5 away.
5 away. 5 away, people. 5 away from 1.6K. Please go support his channel. Ooh, we hit 101 likes. Jeez. Yeah, beat that, trolls.
Trolls give you viewing hours, though, man.
Yes, they do.
If you're out to get monetized at any point, Trolls will give you the view hours that you need.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm interested to see at the end of this how many viewing hours this video has gotten, because I'm coming up really close on like 1,800 viewing hours, which is incredible. I've only had this channel on for what, 2.5 months, coming up on 3, which is just
really good. I mean, I don't do a lot of live streaming on mine. I do the shows and things like that occasionally, but I really need to start doing more live stream stuff. But I enjoy going out and doing the videos and uploading.
Oh, absolutely. So, your videos are incredible, and I can't wait to see more.
Unfortunately, I don't get as many viewing hours on the videos as I do on live streams.
Right. And that's how it goes, and that's why I do the 3-hour live streams. Because if I have a regular amount of like 30 people in my live stream through the 3-hour duration, that's a lot of viewing hours.
Right.
So I definitely try to keep that on, and it's been really cool to see like people staying in here this whole duration. Like Fabio's been here pretty much the whole time. Ray the Fam. The sharpshooter, the man fam's been here almost this entire time. Well, he's been double dipping with like 6 other channels, I guarantee it, which is really awesome. He is the best supporter and best moderator out there, hands down. Let's see. Yeah, Fabio is only 3 away from his 1K goal. If you haven't, I'd love to have him hit 1,000 on my channel. That would definitely be a first for me.
Let me see what I can't do here. I think I might already have him, but let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, I already have him. He's only 2 away.
2
998.
away.
2 away. Yeah, I do have Fabio.
Let me see real quick if I can do this. I'm going to use my other channel.
Two away. Let's see where I'm at. 1595 still.
Ooh. Okay, he's 1 away now.
1 away. Swing, bada, swing. You ready to light up the chat with emojis? Because you know he's going to hit it.
Oh, yeah, he's going to hit it on my channel. He is 1 away from 1K. Go subscribe to Fabio King of Mod. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers. He hit 1,000. Woo! Let's light it up, people. Light up that chant. That chat. Let's light it up. He hit 1K, everybody.
Sure did.
Yep. Woohoo! Somebody hit 1K.
Hey,
I'm not
Anarchy.
Oh, Anarchy. Hello. Yay! It's a party. 1K. Holy cow. It's an emoji party. Wow, so many milestones have been hit on this stream today.
Well, you broke records.
Yeah. Broke records.
Record views, record likes.
Yeah, like seriously, this has been one incredible stream. And I'm so glad I got to share it with all of my fans and my guest, Ghost Mafia. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better stream today.
There we go.
Wow. Thank you so much, everybody. Please support Ghost Mafia. Let's get him up to 1,600 if we haven't done so already.
Let's see. 1595.
We are.
I don't worry about it because I know that I'll hit it.
Oh.
If that makes any sense.
No, that's without a doubt. You're gonna hit. I'm not super worried about you. That is awesome. 1595. Cotton Candy, the fam. What's cracking? Cotton Candy, smash that like button. Aw, thank you, Paranormal Mama. She said, John, you are one of the most humble, down-to-earth people. I don't know about humble, but down-to-earth people I've ever met. Thank you so much. That's so nice.
I'll tell you, John, Anarchy is a channel that you're going to want to check out. She does a lot of exploration.
Oh, I know. I'm already on her channel a lot. She has an amazing channel. She's does got a lot of stories, too. Yeah, and I definitely would like to have Anarchy on here as well, talking about some of your travels through Colorado. I'm sure you have been to some pretty cool, crazy places. Definitely would love to have you at one point come up and join me like Ghost Mafia is here today. That
She
would
did a
be
collab with Omar here not too long ago.
what?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go back and check that video out.
We will
She did
have to check that
the
out.
Children's Asylum, I believe it was, with
Ooh.
Omar.
And Mystic Angel Christina is only, and it's fine. You're about to hit a goal too. Mystic Angel Christina is only 5 away from 800. Let's get her to 800. Dang it! Now I'm becoming a support channel too.
No, but that's good though, because now you could say, well, Mystic Angel hit her 800 and Fabio hit 1,000 in my stream. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Joined the 1K club, but they did it in my stream kind of thing. You know?
Fabio did it right here on HSFL Paranormal. Let's get Mystic. Oh, God, I'm so tired.
Mystic Angel.
Yes, Mystic Angel Christina. So I have a funny story about that. Like I got tongue-tied one time and at this place called Chronic Tacos, and it's actually owned by Wee Man from Jackass, if you've ever seen that show.
Okay.
But he owns this taco company that exploded all throughout California, and it's called Chronic Tacos. And like me and my buddy in high school decided to get real stoned one time. And disclaimer, I used to smoke weed like a lot, but I don't anymore. I can't because it makes me feel like out of control and like for some reason
hungry.
Yeah,
for
well,
tacos.
not yeah, exactly. But yeah, I used to smoke a lot, and so one time I got like really stoned. And this is Southern California; it's normal here, so don't judge. But this was high school, and we went. My buddy's like, "Let's go to Chronic Tacos." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go to Tonic Crocos." And he, for the rest of our time, like for years, we made fun of that. So we constantly called it Tonic Crocos instead. And it was like a little inside joke between me and him. But yeah, but Mystic Angel Christina is only 5 away from her 800 goal. Let's get her there. Let me pull up her channel real quick so we can. Mystic Angel. Oop, there it is. Already popped up. Ooh, we are just 1 away now from getting her 800. Let's do it, folks. 1 more away from 800 subscribers. Come on, I keep refreshing. Let's hit that 800 for Christina. I sent you a private message on the sport thing. Okay. Melissa Faith, my recipe corny. I'll get to that in a little bit here when I end this stream. We are just 1 away from Mystic Angel Christina from hitting 800 subscribers. Can we do it again and then we can have another emoji party? Please, please, please go support her. $800! Woo!
Yeah. There it is.
There we go. 800 supporters. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Emoji party.
I'm telling you, John, you're good at this, man. You might have to do a support stream on like a oddball day of the week.
Might have to be another day during the week. Might have to be a new episode.
Right?
So maybe another day a week. Maybe Thursday support days or something.
Yeah, could work out good.
Michigander Man is only 14 away from 1,700, so yeah, it's officially become a support channel. I'm only 1 away from 1,050.
Oh, we got to hit you. We got to get that 1,050.
Yeah, seriously. If you haven't subscribed to me, hit that 1,050. That would be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, let's Michigander Man is very, very close to 1,700 subscribers. That is so awesome. Thank you everybody for like supporting one another. Thank you for sharing the love and kindness towards one another in the chat and keeping the chat clean. Even though me and Ghost Mafia didn't, but we tried to our hardest abilities to keep the chat clean. And
yeah, I've been pretty good, especially after being up all night with Green Bay Wacky, Cap 7, and Lunatic Dad.
It's hard. It's hard to stay clean with Lunatic Dad around.
Gotta love Lunatic Dad though.
Oh yeah, he's such a good person. Like he's an incredible channel. He's at what 14,000 subscribers or something? 15? Somewhere in that ballpark. You still there, Ghost? Uh-oh. Seems like I might have lost Ghost Mafia. You there? Yeah. Lunatic Dad is funny. He's a very, very funny man. Well, looks like we lost Ghost Mafia, unfortunately. I hope everybody had a great time here on this chat. Pick My Butt just joined right as I'm about to close out. And I promise I did not pick my butt. That's just his name. Ghost. Okay, yeah, I lost Ghost Mafia here. So I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. Take care, everybody. I don't know really what happened here, but it was great to see everyone. Thank you for 103 smashes of that like button. Thank you for helping people get to their milestones on this channel. Thank you, everybody, for all the love and support. I hope everybody enjoyed this. Take care. See ya. Love, light, peace, and happiness to everybody here. Take care, everybody. Bye.